So I'm on the street and I'm making this video to show you what you look at when you walk by, okay? So let's start walking by. First, there's a pile of tires that somebody dumped here. They dumped them right here on the side of the road, and I moved them into a stack. Now, you might say, oh, that's an awful thing to do. As a matter of fact, I actually appreciate it. I told the police, so hopefully nobody else will dump any more tires. But the fact is I can use those tires for different things, so once my friends get here, we'll get those all up the hill. It's not going to be a big deal. But here's what it looks like when you walk by. Or drive by. Whichever one you do. The stuff that's sitting right there is about to leave with me. That's my dirty laundry. I'm going to do my laundry, and I'm taking it with me. But other than that, this is what you see. Okay? We'll try one more time up the hill. Okay? Now, the stuff that's down here, I have no way to move it up the hill alone. So I was at church yesterday, and my friend Josh took me there, and there are a few guys that are really into coming up here and helping me move this gear up. As far as the camper goes, it's a 15-footer, okay? It's a small camper, all right? That's the camper. Now, Josh is helping me to get things squared away, and he's going to help me to do some other things and stuff that I need help with. And in exchange, I'm giving him the camper, okay? His parents are moving up from Texas to buy property in Meredith. He's going to take that camper and park it on their land and live in it, okay? Josh lives in Thornton. He's nearby. He's one of my good friends. And once that happens, that camper will be out of here. But as soon as it's empty, within the next week or two, it's going to be empty. And then it's going to be all sealed up. It's going to be off the blocks. You can see that it's on some blocks there, okay? It'll be off the blocks and lowered down, and then it won't look like anybody lives there. It'll just be a vacant camper. Now, if they have a problem with a camper being stored on your property, here's the thing. You're not, according to the covenants, you're not allowed to have chickens. Andy White has chickens. You're not allowed to have you're not allowed to have an extra storage shed. Andy White has 2. According to the deeds, you're not allowed to store boats, RVs, anything. All these people, I could walk around the neighborhood and show you the pictures. Now, it's just like Will said. If you're going to go on a witch hunt, don't you want to get all the witches? And since I was the last one here to do any of this, wouldn't it be fair if they took care of their problems first and I would be last? So really, Andy is playing his hand, and what's going to happen is he's going to piss off the whole entire neighborhood, because if this gets brought into court, which I hope it does, by the time Andy figures it out, that camper's going to be gone, but it'll already be too late, because then he'll be going after the whole neighborhood, including himself. He'll be fucking himself. So I hope he takes it to court. I really do. I've been practicing law for 3 years, or studying anyway. And I just won my first fight, and I'm pretty happy about it. I'm fairly confident. The chief of police herself has already told me, Sandy, it's out of my hands. You're not doing anything wrong. So whatever complaints they make to you is just hot air. But if he's going to go to court, I'll be there. And when that happens, I'm going to submit pictures of all the people that are violating these covenants: greenhouses, storage sheds, boats, RVs, extra sheds, chickens, livestock. I'm going to expose all of this. And when that happens, it's going to be Andy's fault that all of those people have to get rid of all that stuff and find somewhere else to put it. And then I win. Because by the end of July, that camper is going to be gone. But we're not going to tell anybody that. I'm going to tell everybody I'm just storing it there. I'm just storing it there. I'm allowed to store that there. And they're going to keep on going and going and going and going. And the thing is, they can't prove that I live here. Nobody can prove that I live here. Because I have other domiciles. Just because once in a while I come here and pitch a tent or live in a camper doesn't mean that I live here. It's considered a domicile. Now, a domicile is anywhere where you can go in and close the door and lay your head down. Well, I got lots of places like that. And as a matter of fact, on my driver's license, it says 148 Tashmoo Drive, Vineyard Haven, Mass. Jake's house. Jake is more than willing to vouch for me that I live there. That's my permanent residence, and I just move around a lot. So, since I'm not getting food stamps anymore, I don't get mail here, and the only thing I have tied to New Hampshire at all is a cell phone. So, they're barking up the wrong tree, all right? And I'm going to tell you right now, I'm waiting for the fight. I want the fight. I want it. It'll be my time to shine, believe me. And I'm pretty happy about it. I think that this is going to work out really well because he has been the bane of my existence. He has made it so that I can't get a job at Waterville. Nobody will hire me in town. All these things going wrong are because of him. So this will be the last time that he ever tries to step on a little guy like me. He's unemployed right now. And if he's going to try to bother to waste all this money and all the associations' time and all this stuff, he's gonna make himself look like a fool. Because the tables are going to turn. And when I turn the tables, since I was the last one here, I get to be the last one to take care of everything. But fact is once the ball starts rolling, I'll be the first one, but it'll be too late because it's already in court. And then we're going to finish it off. We're going to finish the fight. And we're going to make sure that everybody gets fucked by Andy White. And then everybody's going to be pissed off at Andy White. And the whole association is going to be pissed off at Andy White. So I think personally, I don't think he'd be stupid enough to try to take this to court, especially after I submit the evidence that I can. He's going to lose. And I'm very confident of that. So anyway, I made this little video for you. And I'm going to come back in a few days after this is cleaned up, and I'm going to make another video. Okay? And all you'll see is the camper. Okay? And if that's a problem, if the problem is the camper, then you need to tell Mr. White to get rid of his chickens, take down the extra storage sheds that he has, remove the foundation that he put in that he can't finish, because you're only allowed 4 months to build a house. Well, he started one. It's been there for a few years. We can pull the permit on that and make sure. He has to get rid of that foundation, or he has to finish the house in 4 months. He doesn't have the money to do that. So really, I can't put this all into writing. So that's why I figured I'd make a video, because this is just ridiculous. It's ridiculous. So anyway, this is for you, Mom, and ISIS if you're watching this, and whoever else I want to show this to. And after this is all fixed up, I'm going to walk by the property line. I'm going to show you exactly what it looks like after everything's cleaned up. And you're not going to see anything except the camper. So if that's a problem, then we're going to walk around the neighborhood. And we're going to take pictures of the greenhouses, the storage sheds, the boats, the RVs, all the shit, the chickens in Andy's yard. and we're going to figure it out. Okay? So don't worry. Smile.